College is a prime time for student athletes to really show off what they can do with their particular sport and skill. When you're young, you feel fearless, invincible, but no one is prone to injury, especially that of a concussion. According to LaDawn Wolf, a physical therapy assistant and certified athletic trainer at Foothills Physical Therapy Center, she says that in medical terms, a concussion is referred to that of an impact to the brain. In layman terms, Wolf defines a concussion as a sudden decrease in the blood flow to the brain, or when things aren't firing like they are originally supposed to. Wolf explains that a concussion is like a bad sprain in the head. For Johnson Athletic Director Ken Underwood, he finds that the issue of concussions to be a serious topic.
The weird thing about concussions is it's different for everybody. There's not a set protocol that this is how you recover from it. It can vary from person to person as to how long it takes to recover, and then it can vary for the severity of it. A seemingly benign fall can lead to a much more serious concussion in student A than running head to head with someone else that looks much worse, and it would be a less dangerous concussion. It almost doesn't make sense.
For college student athletes, academics play a serious role in their lives. When that ability to focus and concentrate gets taken away, it can be frustrating. This is what happened when Lorianne Collins, a sophomore at Johnson, suffered from a concussion in the middle of her soccer season. She received a blow to the back of the head from a soccer ball and didn't realize she was feeling the symptoms of a concussion until days later.
My coaches contacted me like, how are your eyes? And I was like, still can't see, I can't concentrate, it's taken me 8 hours to write a half-page paper. Like, I don't really know what's going on, and they're like, explain to me your symptoms, and so I did, which was constant headache, blurry vision, can't concentrate, and they're like, okay, we think you have a concussion. I went with my trainer, LaDawn, and to the doctor. We took a concussion test, and basically they're like, yeah, you have a concussion.
Collins would continue to struggle with having a concussion for 16 weeks and felt the effects in many ways.
Yeah. Socially, it was hard because I wasn't myself. I was in constant pain. My headaches were always here, and I didn't really know what to do about it, so I was constant in a mood. So the day that I got freed, quote unquote, everything, like, you could tell, like, I was just a different person. Everyone's like, why are you so happy? And I'm like, this is actually who I am. Like, I'm not really in pain anymore. So that was really cool.
Not only does this affect the way a student athlete is mentally, academically, this could cause repercussions.
Concussions are identified much more frequently now than they used to be. And another thing that I've just recently learned is that there are some studies out indicating that it takes longer for college students to recover fully from a concussion. And it's frustrating for the student. They feel okay, they go to class, the professor throws up some PowerPoints and starts talking, the stimuli a little bit too much, maybe there's a recording going on, and it causes the student to feel queasy or have a headache. The doctor tells them when you're feeling queasy or you have a headache, you need to get out of that situation. Puts the student further behind on academics. If they grind through it and push through that situation, it could slow down their recovery time, which keeps them from being competitive for a longer period of time. Both very frustrating things for the student.
Yeah.
In remarks to Life with a Concussion, Wolf said that factors that can make life more difficult for a student athlete include poor inner ear balance, mood swings, anxiety, migraines, and poor vision. Recall and memory after having a concussion aren't as good also, and studying for tests become harder.
I think it's how hard college students push themselves. If you think about it, the visual and auditory stimuli, visual and auditory. Well, you go to class, you're watching a professor, you're watching a PowerPoint presentation, and you're having to listen, and you're having to take notes. And all those are things that the doctors do not want the college student to do. Therefore, it works against a healthy, faster recovery.
Not being able to notice a concussion at first can cause the recovery time to lessen. And the one thing that doctors and trainers will recommend if a student athlete has a concussion is to get that active rest.
So when you get hit, basically your brain swells. It hits like the front or the back of your head and it just swells. So I feel like with active rest, it's just you trying to rest, but because your brain is swelling, everything is just going at once.
There's 7 different areas of the brain that a concussion affects, and it affects people differently. If you know which area it's affecting or manifesting itself, then you can be more informed, and then you really need to get that active rest. That rest that is not watching movies, spending time on a cell phone, texting, riding in a car with all the light changes and the motion and the sounds that go with that. Those things all delay recovery, and those are things that college students do all the time.
Thank you for watching this edition of The Royal Scribe. My name is Abby Whitaker, signing off.